Hi everyone, welcome to another NHL team preview. It's time to talk about the Pittsburgh Penguins. When we talk about the Pittsburgh Penguins, there's really three players you have to mention. First, Sidney Crosby, and if he stays healthy, that's going to determine how well the team does. If he's not healthy, they're out early in the playoffs because they don't have the talent, the depth to back him up. Next player, Evgeny Malkin. Really, you have to also keep him healthy because he's dealt with a few injuries, but he needs to be a top 5 center. And then finally, it's Marc-André Fleury in goal. If he struggles again, they're going to have a quick hook, and they might look to trade for someone like a Ryan Miller because he has been a big liability in the playoffs and just hasn't been the same goalie. He sort of reverted back to his choking form of the World Juniors over a decade ago, where he choked away a big lead, and has been the reason why the Penguins have gone out early in the last few playoff years. If they need to pull him, it's going to be a big question mark because the presumptive backup and former number one goalie in Nashville and Washington in Florida, Thomas Chacon, is out for half the season after they found blood clogs in his hip, very serious injury that required surgery. So they now have Jeff Zatkoff backing up Fleury. So Fleury, you got lucky because no one knows who the heck Jeff Zatkoff is. So you better play well or the Penguins might be out looking for a trade for Ryan Miller. Move to the players in front of him. And you've got a good top pairing in Chris Letang and Matt Niskanen. Young, good legs. They can play both ends of the ice. Letang much more offensively gifted than he is defensively. Niskanen a much better two-way player. But when we look at their next pairing, it's Rob Scuderi, the Peace, and Brooks Orpik. Both guys in their mid-30s, and you have to wonder how much those legs have left. Can they still play with the young guys? They're both defensive defensemen who don't offer you much of anything offensively. They're just going to take the body, take passing lanes away, block some shots, and be physical. We look at their other defensemen, and it's Paul Martin, who they signed a few seasons ago. He's been up and down, really hasn't lived up to the hype or the level of play he had in New Jersey. And the one defenseman that you want to watch is Olli Maatta, the former London Knight and first-round pick of the Penguins, is really the guy they need to count on if they want to get back to the Stanley Cup because they need him to develop rapidly to be that third-best defenseman. We look at their forwards, and as we mentioned, it's Crosby and Malkin, but the problem is the next guy up is Brandon Sutter. So if one of those guys goes down, yes, you have an elite third-line center in Brandon Sutter, but that's because he's a great penalty killer and a great checking line center. He's not an offensively gifted player. So if they go down, they are in big... If one of Crosby or Malkin goes down, they're in big trouble because that means those players have to pick up a lot of slack in the top 6. In the top 6, you got Pascal Dupuis and Chris Kunitz, who've developed great chemistry with Crosby, but really, who couldn't? He puts you in such a great position. You could throw out anybody and be successful. We look at the next line with James Neal. He's a 40-goal scorer. That turned out to be a great trade for the Penguins when they dealt a defenseman away for him. But then we look at their bottom 6, and you got some questions. I mean, you're counting on getting something out of Chuck Kobasu and Jokinen, who, yes, is a great penalty shot expert, but can he offer you much 5-on-5? Well, that's yet to be seen. Fourth line center, Craig Adams, I guess you can count on him, but he's 36. Those legs can go at any time. Bo Bennett, he's highly touted, but still has to prove himself. They signed Matt D'Agostini, so we'll have to see where he is. He can probably add something to them on their bottom 6. It's just not the same depth that Pittsburgh teams have had in the past. They've had to trade away their guys like Jordan Staal, who was a second-line center playing third-line for the Penguins, and just made everyone deeper because he pushed everyone down a peg when you've got that much talent. Now they just aren't rolling out the same talent level. So that's the problem with the Penguins. I think that this is a team that gets upset in the second round, doesn't even make it to the conference final. I just think Detroit and Boston are better. And that's my preview for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Thanks for watching.